Hi, welcome back to Postbox CS channel and to computer architecture and organization series. The previous session I explained about the memory, secondary memory devices include hard disk and optical disk and so on, magnetic and so on, whereas that was continuation of memory organization and memory. Today we are going to say the topic called accessing I/O devices in computer organization and architecture. This is the basic concept, very common for see computer organization and architecture separately also, and who are pursuing BTech or pursuing as a elective paper for CAS, EC or some other branch also, some other stream also, it will helpful for you. So I/O organization, these are concept come under the category I/O, input output devices. Can you imagine any computer, laptop or any device without input devices? Highly impossible. It's not good. If at all means you will say it's not good. So we need, whenever need anything, we need help of keyboard, mouse and any kind of input devices required to communicate with you. Yes, system. Now accessing I/O devices. So there are many things is there when you go for I/O devices. So I/O transfers and also they say I/O interfaces helpful for understand here. That is for transfer information between the internal storage and the external storage. The meaning of I/O organization and I/O interface is transfer information between internal storage and the external storage. Now we will go for the accessing I/O devices. There will be a diagram given, very easy and simple diagram where processor, memory and I/O devices may be I/O devices in that keyboard, mouse and so on, where connected with the help of bus. What is bus? In the previous session I was explained. Bus means what? These are set of wires. First means what? These are set of wires helpful to communicate with this processor main memory. So whenever I/O device, keyboard or anything want to communicate with processor main memory, bus will help you. Bus will take care of the process and take care of. So when for example you can say I want type a.txt in the system, I want time something, what happen? The bus will go to the processor and processor where processor get the permission from the main memory and get back the data. So main memory give permission, then only again connect with bus and also processor communication. At last we can view the output in the screen, monitor or screen of the computer. So we can do anything. Here multiple devices may be connected to the processor and the memory via bus, and also bus consists of three set of lines. There are for carry address, data and control signals. Remember there are three address lines will helpful for here. One is called address lines, another called data lines, another called control. Here address lines for what? Store the address. What are the data we are going to do and what are the operations we are going to do, that it will store the address where you can store the data like that. And data lines, that's always responsible for store the data. For example, you are going to type the data x, y, z in the characters in the keyboard. What happened? The information will be somewhere temporarily stored in the computer. That time we need help of data lines. Another one is control line, where it consists of control activity. We can perform and direct the operations. For example, I am the user, I can do anything in the computer, either read or write operation. Read means what? Already I have file, I can try to open the a.txt file and do it, or else fresh, I'm going to start the new file called b.txt and try to do the write operation. Say write postbox CSC welcome and so on. I can type something like that. I can do the real time example. So control lines also very important. Monitor and perform and detect whether user want to do the read or write operation. Now remember, here each I/O device is assigned an unique address, and also to access the I/O device, the processor places the address on the address lines, and also the device recognizes the address and responds to the control signals. Remember. Then I/O devices and the memory may share the same address space. There are two categories there. Situation happen here. One situation what? I/O devices and the memory may share the same address space. Another situation, I/O device and memory may have different address spaces. First one, say share the memory same address means what? That is there where concept topic called memory mapped I/O, and also any machine instruction that can access memory can be used to transfer data to or from an input device. Or you can say simpler software. Then I/O devices and the memory may have different address spaces. So we just not told address lines, we are seeing address spaces now. These are special instructions to transfer data to and from I/O devices. Remember, and also I/O devices may have to deal with fewer address lines, and also I/O address lines need not to be physically separate from memory address lines. Remember, this need not to be physically separate from the memory address lines, and also in fact address lines may be shared between I/O devices and memory with a control signal to indicate whether it is a memory address or an I/O address. I think so you can't understand now because this you need upcoming session definitely you can understand where go for some examples with diagram, more and more diagram. So computer organization, the major plus point diagrams will be there. Once you understand diagram, you can easily follow and write the content easily. So these are things the step by step you can understand. So let's go for here. Next there will be diagram given. This is the where example given. Just now told you input device were followed by the IO interface where concept of address decoder, control circuits, data and status registers, and have just now told 3 lines: address lines, data lines, and control lines. Remember, everything connected with help of bus only. So whenever one bus connected with input device will be there, some IO interface will be there. At last there will be a input devices. What we can say keyboard, mouse, or keyboard or mouse, and one more is monitor. And the laptop screen you can view the data. You are going to give some input and view the result in the output device. So everything happen with the help of IO interface. And the IO interface have concept of address decoder, control circuits, data and status register. So buses I told you just now, address lines, data lines, control lines. So you want anything, if you want to do anything with our interact with the computer, what is the first step is you have to give the data through the keyboard only, either reading the data or writing the data or give a task, or already you have stored file you want to view the data. You can do anything. When you try to communicate with this one, what happen? The input device connect with the processor, and processor connect with the main memory, and main memory give the signal everything, then again communicate with the bus. At last we will get the output here, whether save the data or temporary or not. And also here the IO device is connected to the bus using IO interface circuit which has some points given. So address decoder always decodes the address placed on the address lines, thus enabling the device to recognize its address. And also data register will be there. It holds the data being transferred to or from the processor. And also status register which holds information necessary for operation of the IO device. And also data and data status registers are connected to the data lines and have unique addresses. Don't forget. Then also IO interface circuit coordinates IO transfers. So read or write. You know computer means already you know computer means what? Fetch, execute, fetch, decode, execute. But here we are going to see deeply. We are going to this entire to see how interfaces are working, how the communication or how the communication established between the processor and main memory step by step. And moreover, so diagram is there. You can easily write the content and recall. Here the rate of the transfer to and from IO device is slower than the speed of the processor. This creates the need for mechanism to synchronize data transfer between them. And also here there are two types of program control. There are few points are important. There are program subtopics here. That is called program control IO. Program control IO means what? Processor repeatedly monitor a status block to achieve the process necessary synchronization. And also processor pulls the IO advice. So program control IO, there will be diagram. If later we see time is there means, so the program control IO your same interface, just need diagram. No interface will be there, register will be there, status block will be there. So whenever we want to communicate with the input output devices, we need support of program controlled IO also. Then two other mechanisms used for synchronizing data transfer between the processor and memory, very important. That is called interrupts. Another one called direct memory access. So these are topics definitely we will discuss in the upcoming session. Interrupts and buses more and more elaborate how buses are working. And I am again repeating, if you want to study this computer architecture organization, you need not only software, you need some knowledge of hardware also, just for understanding purpose. So interrupts and direct memory access, these are topics upcoming session definitely I explain. So I hope that you idea about and also I hope that you idea about input output organization. In the input output organization, what we discuss now, how the connection established between the input device to the output device in related to a bus, where communicated with always the main processor as well as the main memory. So again main memory to processor and your output device communicate happen with the help of this bus only. And bus is more set of wires, and also the bus, and we can say it's a mediator for data transfer. Remember, data transfer or what I'm doing. And also here there are three types of control lines will be there. That is called lines will be supported by the bus. That is called address line and followed by data line, at last control line. Thank you for watching this video. Please support and subscribe and comment in the Hostbox CS channel, and stay connected with this social media. Thank you.